Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a fairly short one because there really isn't any severe weather that's really going on. Uh, First, let's take a look at the days 1 through 3 period, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We have no severe all across the board. That just means like a general thunderstorm risk. That's basically what is being delineated over there. So there really is no severe weather to talk about. Um, yeah, there's just some risk of thunderstorms across Texas, New Mexico, Florida, North Carolina, into New England, and the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley. So there really is nothing to talk about. For day two, it's really all the same from Texas all the way up through the Rockies, and then uh, Florida as a general thunderstorm risk, and then uh, from Illinois to western New York, and then from the Canadian border all the way down through central California, and from Texas and Louisiana into Oklahoma and Arkansas. So there really is nothing to talk about on those days. However, day 5 and day 6. So let's go back home. Day 5 and day 6, Thursday and Friday of this upcoming week. Severe weather is expected to reinvigorate. Uh, So we have a day 5 15% slight risk equivalent from Oklahoma to Iowa, and we also have a day 6 covering the the Arklatex region and the Arklamis region and Tennessee and Missouri and Oklahoma. So it's really regionalized to near Arkansas. Um, Day 5 is from Oklahoma to Iowa, and day 6 is just mostly taking up Arkansas, the Arklatex and Arklamis region. So yeah, that's really all that there is to talk about. Uh, let's actually read the description. This is going to be less than a 10-minute video, which is, for once a good thing. Uh, Days 4 through 8 convective outlook, National Weather Service, Storm Prediction Center, Norman, Oklahoma, 4 a.m. Central Daylight Time, Sunday, April 19th, 2026. Valid 12Z on the 22nd to 12Z on the 27th. Discussion: A western trough will take hold in the days preceding this convective period. Ahead of this trough, moisture will return northward through the Central Plains, with 50s dew points reaching perhaps as far north as the Canadian border during Wednesday, day 4. This return flow setup and western trough will set the stage for multiple days of severe weather potential. On Wednesday, day 4, a lobe of vorticity will eject northeast out of the western long-wave trough across the central and northern plains. As this occurs, surface cyclogenesis should take place across the far northern plains. To the south of the surface low, a dry line should sharpen across western Nebraska and Kansas. At the same time, vertical shear should strengthen as the shortwave moves northeast across the region. The kinematic profiles will support supercells initiating along the dry line. However, concerns remain about the quality of the moisture to the east of the dry line and subsequently as to the number of potential thunderstorms that may develop. This uncertainty precluded the introduction of unconditional 15% probabilities at this time. On Thursday, day 5, the shortwave trough and mid-level flow will deepen as it slowly moves north-northeast during the day. This will help maintain a strong surface cyclone across the northern plains with strong southerly winds advecting Gulf moisture northward to the east of the north-south oriented frontal boundary. Showers and thunderstorms will be possible along and east of the aforementioned frontal boundary across a large portion of the central United States. Strong vertical shear across this frontal boundary will promote severe potential from Oklahoma northward to perhaps as far north as Minnesota. The northern extent of the severe potential will be delimited by the degree of moisture return and have expanded the unconditional 15% probability area northward into Iowa to account for the increasing confidence in severe thunderstorm potential. Overnight Thursday, day 5, a surface cold front augmented by convective outflow should push east across the northern and central plains and south-southeast across southern plains. Another round of severe thunderstorms will be possible on Friday, day 6, across portions of northeast Texas, northern Louisiana, and much of Arkansas, as diurnal heating of a moist air mass results in most unstable convective available potential energy values between 1 and 2,000 joules per kilogram beneath modest vertical shear associated persistent Associated persistent southwest mid-level flow. The severe potential will likely persist into Saturday, day 7, and Sunday, day 8, across portions of the southern plains and northern Gulf Coast states. Here, persistent western troughing will maintain an increasingly moist air mass along and south of the aforementioned frontal boundary. The location of this frontal boundary will likely be significantly impacted by the repeated rounds of thunderstorms in the prior days. Model guidance is in general agreement that at least modest westerly to southwesterly flow will persist across the southern plains, with episodic perturbations traversing this flow field downstream of this broader large-scale western trough. However, significant differences remain with respect to the timing, strength, and location of any of these perturbations to attempt to highlight unconditional severe probabilities. So really there's nothing much to talk about besides the fact that there is some potential severe weather on Thursday and Friday of this week, from Oklahoma to Iowa and then the Argyle-Tex and Arkansas region. So please don't be scared. Be prepared when the days come. I haven't really looked at the model, so I can't really tell you anything conducive, other than the fact that it is something to watch out for. Anyways, this is today's video, and I hope you all have a great day and a great week. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next one.